Hey everyone, I'm Josh here with J&T's Journey, and today I'm here to tell you, you probably don't need that inverter. Hey everyone, I'm Josh here with J&T's Journey, and today I am here to talk about something that might seem a little bit hypocritical. But before I get to that, let's get inside because it's bloody freezing out here. So there's not going to be any fancy scene changes or anything like this in this one. It's just going to be me talking about one of the more common questions that we see for new time AVan owners, new time people who are going camping, and that is, what do I do about power when I'm away? And one of the most common responses that you'll see, especially with the proliferation of cheap 12 volt gear and cheap inverters from a lot of different places. I'm not going to mention any brand names, but there are a lot of very cheap kits out there that come with wiring, that come with batteries, that come with all sorts of stuff to give you 240 volts while you're on the road. And you probably just don't need it. So we've just gotten back from a trip over the long weekend to visit some family. And we looked at charging all our devices while we're away. And we do have, full disclaimer, we do have a big battery set up in the Honeypot, our AVan Cruiseliner. We do have an inverter in here, but we really only use it to run the microwave or the air conditioner. But we do use a lot of power. Like, we do use a lot of things. We've got a lot of lights in here. I use a laptop. I've got my recording gear. I've got, we've got these. These are the microphones that we use. These need recharging. Handheld radios need recharging. This is a amateur radio, but the same concept applies for UHFs. You've got torches. You even got things like this. And we will be doing a separate review on this soon. We were rained out on the weekend, so I didn't get to have a good look at this. Even things like this, like this is a jumpstart pack with a built-in compressor, all that kind of stuff. It all needs power on the road. But most of it doesn't need 240 volt power. And that's what I'm here to talk about today, is with a good 12 volt setup, you can probably avoid the cost, complexity, and more importantly, legal requirements of having an inverter in your camper. So let's just have a quick look at what I've got on the bench. Actually, there's one more thing I'll go grab. Just give me a sec. Let me grab that. Right, so we'll just quickly go through the things that are on the bench here and we'll talk about how they all charge. So this is an Apple MacBook. Now, this is going to be true for virtually any decent laptop that's been made in the last 5 years or so. This is an Apple MacBook. Charges off USB-C. So we put some USB-C outlets in here. Now these are two 36 watt USB-C outlets. If we put a little boost transformer in here, these will go as high as 60 watts. So these are USB-C outlets that we've added here on the table. I've also got two USB 3 quick charge ports down here, and I've got extra USBs beside the bed because T's camera batteries charge through USB. My microphones charge through USB. My phone that I'm filming this on charges through USB. The torch charges through USB. I don't know if you can see that on camera. Charges through USB. UHF, again, charges off USB. The power bank charges off USB. So, unless you're running a specialty 240 volt only device, and one of the most common things that I see a lot of people asking about is CPAP machines. Most CPAP machines, they may not run off USB, but they can run off 12 volt. So you'd be better off getting a 12 volt adapter for that and plugging it into a 12 volt outlet in your camper, or getting a 12 volt outlet added, than trying to run it into an inverter. So the question comes, all right, if I don't need an inverter, what do I need? I'll answer that in just a second, but if you're watching this video, please do make sure that you like, subscribe, and share our videos. We are well on our way to 1,000 subscribers at the moment. When we hit 1,000 subscribers, we're going to do something pretty special. We're just starting to enter into some relationships with some vendors for some gear that we're really passionate about, we're really happy with, and has proven itself. So we're looking to extend our range as well as organise some offers and do some things for our following that nobody else in the AVan community, to my knowledge, is doing. So please make sure you smash that like button, hit subscribe, and make sure that you've gone to our Facebook page and like and follow us on Facebook as well. So the question becomes, if you don't need an inverter, what do you need? You need a solid 12 volt system. All right, and the standard battery will be fine for like, you know, charging phones or this, that, and the other. But if you want to start using laptops, if you want to start charging jump start packs, if you want to start charging camera gear, charging torches, using lots of power, more important than an inverter is going to be a good battery and a good solar panel. Now, on the front of our AVan Cruiseliner, we have a 310 watt Sunman e-arc panel, and out of every solar panel that we have on this thing, that is probably the most valuable. Now, it will fit almost perfectly across any AVan A-frame camper that you can get, and honestly, that coupled with a Victron 120 MPPT and a decent battery, even the standard battery, is probably one of the best upgrades you can possibly do. If you're looking to get more out of your 12 volt system, if you're looking to do more off-grid AVANing, if you're looking to do more stuff with your 12 volts without being plugged in, I cannot recommend enough that 310 watt Sunman e-arc panel on the front roof, held on with some VHB tape, and we've had that on there for 12 months now, and the thing has not budged, it hasn't lifted. We've done 15,000 kilometers with that panel on the front, and we've had no issues with it at all. A good quality solar panel combined with a bunch of additional USB outlets around your camper, absolutely worth it. And the next question you get is, where do you put your USB outlets? Have a think about where you're going to be when you charge things and put them there. We have a set of USB-Cs on one side of the table, and we have a set of USBs on the other. As standard, behind the camera, they come with 2 USB ports on the bedside table. Well, I've got a watch, I've got a phone, T uses an iPad, and T has a phone. So that's 4 things that we need charging over by the bed. So we upgraded, and we've now got 2 extra USB outlets over there. In addition to that, when we're sitting down in the evenings and it's, you know, maybe a rainy evening, or we're not quite tired enough, we don't want to go to sleep yet, if we want to watch an episode of something, where do we go? Where do we do it? Well, we have the head of our bed at the opposite end to the way most AVan owners have, and that means that we place our laptop on top of the sink lid. But the problem with most laptops is if they're not plugged in, they go to sleep, and I don't want to be dragging cables across the camper, so we put another USB-C outlet in the side of the bench near where the sink is. None of these things are hard to do, none of these things cost very much, and certainly if you spend the money that you would otherwise spend on an inverter and trying to get it wired into your system, you can do all of these 12 volt upgrades, you can charge all your devices, you can run everything that you're looking to run inside of your camper at and probably end up with spending less money in the long run and less complexity, and you'll get better use out of your battery power. So I hope that one's been helpful, and I hope that one is encouraging you to think about what are your power needs in your camper. You want to go off grid, sure. What are the things you need to consider? Cannot stress enough. Good solar system, good DC system, enough outlets to power all of the things that you need on 12 volts, and for most people, unless you want to run the air conditioner or the microwave or an air fryer or something like that, in which case you're going to need to upgrade your batteries anyway, a good solar panel on the front coupled to the existing battery, some extra USB outlets, is probably enough. Thanks everyone for watching. As I said, like, subscribe, share the videos. When we hit 1,000 subscribers, we're going to be doing some pretty cool things, so make sure you hit that subscribe button. Thanks everyone for watching. This has been Josh with J&T's Journey. Cheers.